Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Azubuike Jideaka from Old Nigeria Football. I'm here in Ibadan, Oyo State, for the Maribel 5 Stars Premier League. But I used that opportunity to come and pay homage to one of Nigeria's great players and one of the sons, or should I say, sons of the town, which is Motiu, the headmaster Adepoju. Good evening, Monsieur Adepoju.
Good evening.
It's a pleasure,
You're welcome.
Sir.
Welcome to
We're in Ibadan at the moment, but I would like to know a brief history of your time growing up in this town. What was it like growing up in Ibadan?
Well, it was very, very great and nice. Actually, we grew up. We were born. I was born in the Cocoa Research Institute of Nigeria. Okay. That's in the outskirts of Ibadan. That's going towards Ijebu-Ode. That was where my dad worked then, and we lived there in the quarters. So, and we started football from there, from school, Crane Staff School, and in the little village. I mean, I would say quarters. That we play among each other and all that, and that was how we started. Then from school, getting into the junior team of Cocoa Research, Crane Football Club, and Crane Football Club play IFA League then, Ibadan Football Association League, and that was where we started. I played for Crane Football Club in IFA League, and later started moving up.
All right, sir. I know you came from Femo Stars, if I'm not mistaken, before you went to 1989 World Youth Championship. But how come you never played for Shooting Stars, your favorite club, when you were growing up?
I actually played for Shooting Stars.
Wonderful.
After Femo. But my first club was Crane Football Club.
Okay.
That was where I started. And afterwards, I moved to, I played briefly for Ogun River Basin when I finished school. Okay. Actually, I started playing for Crane Football Club when I was in secondary school, Prospect High School, Abuja. And after when I was still in school, I started playing IFA League. And when I finished school, I played for Ogun River Basin briefly. Then later, I represented Oyo State in the National Sports Festival in 1985. Quara 85, yeah.
Okay.
And from there, I was picked and signed to Femo Scorpion.
Okay, sir.
Of Peru, and I played there 2 years. And in 1988, Shooting Stars. When Femo Scorpion was disbanded, Shooting Stars came for me, and I played for Shooting Stars in 1988.
Wonderful.
And that same year, the Shooting Stars were in second division, and we brought them back to first division.
The reason I'm asking this question because on your Wikipedia page, which is Shooting Stars not necessarily captured during that 1988 period. So this is why kind of like a surprise. For some people who probably follow Wikipedia records and all of that. Wow. So this is kind of like a clarification.
It's one of the teams that I played.
Wonderful.
From Shooting Stars. I played for Shooting Stars, though for 1 year, before going to Saudi 89. And actually, I was in Shooting Stars when I was called to the camp. So when we finished the league, we went to Saudi 89. It was when we came back to Saudi 89 that I signed for Julius Berger. Okay. Meanwhile, that same year, we took Shooting Stars back to the first division.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
And I was the highest goal scorer then.
Were you a midfielder then, or you were forward? And you were the highest goal scorer? Can you remember how many goals you scored that season?
That season, there are very low goals and all that. I scored, I think, over 10 goals.
10 goals?
10 goals.
Wonderful. Okay. So everybody remembers the 1989 squad for the Dama Miracle, obviously. But just how good was that team in 1989?
Well, the team was as good as, the training the preparation that we had. And we had, good footballers, good players in the team then. The team was camped for more than 1 year. in Ibadan here in, at the Liberty Stadium. That was where we were camped. We played them in our qualifiers in Ibadan here at Liberty Stadium, then later at Damasingba when it was open. And we really had, good players then. And so many players came, went, and all that. And eventually, when we went to Saudi Arabia, we had a very good team to go.
And from that team, you, Dimeji Lawal, and I think Christopher Ohen, you all went to Real Madrid, beat him then.
Yes.
What was the experience like? Because during that period, it seems as if Nigerian players were mostly going to Belgium at that time, but you three went to Spain. So what was the experience like?
Yeah, the experience, was fantastic, and being the first time, traveling and going out of your country and going to play in a club like Spain and Real Madrid, for that matter, where the club, this country that we used to see on TV and all that, and getting to getting there, it was fantastic. Big facilities, big. And everything big, so we had to just try and put effort to make sure that we make something there. And actually, I didn't start immediately until towards the end of the until the second season that I started playing.
Okay, and
some situations then.
All right. And after your stint in Madrid, even though you didn't make the main team, you went to Racing Santander when they were in the secondary division.
Yeah.
You somehow played with a certain Kike Setien as your captain in the side for 4 years, if I'm not mistaken, while you were in Santander.
Yes.
Did you ever think he would be a manager over the years?
Yes. Because Kike Setien, he was much older than us. He was, going towards 40 then, and he was like a guide to
the younger players.
Okay. We were young, very energetic, and he plays, and we were the one flanking him. Working for him.
Yes.
He has, the brain. He is very good with the ball. Nobody could take the ball from him then, and he has, good vision and all that. But we, with the youthfulness that we had then and all that, we did everything for him, to work for him, and so that he could, he could play the game and distribute the ball and all that. We do the marking when we lose the ball. Then when we have the ball, we open, and we are the one going towards, to the front from midfield and all that. So he was, a very intelligent player, very good, skillful. And even right after playing with him, I was still in Racing. I knew before, when I left him in Racing to Real Sociedad, he came back as a coach to Racing that time. So I knew he has the brain, the intelligence of to be a coach.
And while you were at Santander, your first season, you were in the secondary division, then you won promotion, the very first attempt.
Season, yes.
What was the experience like finally becoming a La Liga player?
Well, it was, what one has, been ever, since I got to Spain, I was, having that ambition of playing in the first division in La Liga. And I was about to play for the main team of Real Madrid, but because when Hugo Sanchez had injury, then that period, foreigners, only three foreigners could play in the team. And they had players like Hugo Sanchez, like Robert Prosinecki, George Agui, and all that. Big players then. Yes. There wasn't any way one young player could take. But I was training with the first team, and they were about to pushed me until, when somebody had injury and all that. And unfortunately, that period was, I went to, I had a shoulder dislocation and all that. So that was how I couldn't get into the team. And even after that, the third year, they were thinking of pushing me, but because of the foreigners, the space for foreigners, I couldn't. But fortunately, Racing Santander came for me. So I've always having that ambition of playing. And when I had the opportunity of going to Racing Santander, and Racing Santander had an ambition of moving to the front, so I just I held to the to that, and we made it and got to the fourth division.
And after Santander, you went to Real Sociedad.
Yep.
And I remember the 97-98 season, you finished third in La Liga, if you can remember. You were 2 points behind Bilbao.
Bilbao, yes.
Just 2 points behind for qualify for the Champions League.
Champions League, yeah.
How big a blow was that period?
Wow, it was a big, well, not blow. We did our best to make sure that we qualify for the Champions League and all that. And Sociedad are not qualified for the European competition many years before then. So we had that opportunity, and but it was unfortunate. Had it been the period that four teams qualified for the Champions League, we would have entered. But it's one of those things that happen in football, and we made use of the opportunity of playing in the UEFA until Atletico Madrid came to eliminate us.
Okay. After your time in Spain, your time in Sociedad is often regarded as your most successful period. But why do you think it took so long for us to have another Nigerian player playing at the Anoeta Stadium after over 20 years?
Well, I wouldn't know. And I don't know. You know, there are ways, and when a club has they have a technical department in which so many players have followed, and they have details of so many players in the world, and it has to be because they cannot just bring all the many players to the team. It has to be certain player that they need that suits their system, suit what system the coach wants to play, and the philosophy of the club and all that. And when they see that player, they will screen so many lists, you know, and then come about with out with a name that's okay, and they will follow that player and all that, and that's the way it's done. And I think probably they have not seen any player from Nigeria that enter into that box of the requirement and all that. And I think this is the time that they had this boy Sadiq Kumar, and I think it really started well, but unfortunately the injury just stopped him.
Yeah. Now let's go to the national team. That game against Spain at the World Cup is often regarded as one of your finest moments for the national team. How good an advantage was it that you could speak Spanish, and you know that was it like a factor in us winning that game, considering the things that were happening on the pitch that day?
Well, somehow, because myself, Finidi, Rufai, we've been in Spain, and I've been in Spain all the while, and for so many years, I've known, the philosophy, the way, the national team play. I play against all the players, most of the players, every week, and fortunately, I was able to see a video of record a video of one of their Spain national team matches and all that. Which I took to the camp, and when the coach came, I said, probably he would be interested in those videos, and I gave it to him. And luckily the coach speaks Spanish. That's Bora Milutinovic. He was coaching in Spain, though he was a Yugoslav, and but was coaching in Mexico before he came to Nigeria. So he speaks Spanish very well. And at the camp we look at it, and we know the way and all that. So I think it was somehow an advantage. Even for example, the goal I scored. Yeah. So I knew exactly, and we practiced it in training. I knew exactly where to go, and Garba Lawal knew. And that same goal I scored in 2 trainings before the. I think it was the last training before the game.
Yeah, and that moment, or should I say, so there were actually 4 managers now in that game. Can we say there were 4 managers who managed that game against Spain?
4.
Yes. You yourself, Rufai, Finidi, and Bora.
No, it was only Bora Milutinovic. We just helped, and in what we thought that could help the team. In Nigeria, so that was what we.
Garba also made a statement recently that the team didn't actually play to Bora's instructions per se. He wanted to start with a 4-5-1, but on the pitch it was more like a 4-4-2.
Yeah, we started with 4-4-2, and along the line, when the pressure was much, some of our players, wanted to change to 5, or what did you say now? 4-5. Yeah, actually we played them in 4-5-1.
Okay.
Because Okocha was coming into the midfield. But along the line, we wanted to change it to 5-3 or no 5-4-1.
Okay.
In which when after some minutes we saw that it wasn't working, and we had to switch back to 4-5-1. Actually, myself, Olise, Garuba on the left, Fididi on the right, and JJ coming back.
While Ikeba led the line.
While Ikeba, stayed, up front. So, and JJ was, an organizer, and the playmaker and all that. Hold the ball and all that. So, and afterwards, when we get the ball, we move forward with the team and all that. So, it was, actually 4-5-1 that we played.
Okay, fascinating.
Until when Rashidi came in the second half.
Okay. But what would you say was the lowest point for you at that World Cup?
The lowest? Well, I think the match against Denmark, yeah, because I had to play at the right fullback, in which, well, actually, I think it was because I played the right fullback towards the end of the game against Spain, and the coach thought that actually I would have loved to play in the midfield. It would have been much more better for me and even for the team
yes.
if I was in the midfield. But the coach has the say, and he was the one that knew what he saw before saying that I should go to the right fullback.
Okay. After the World Cup, you're one player who is not naturally is a box-to-box midfielder, yeah. But your normal, or should I say your not average box-to-box midfielder is more of a person who scores with his feet. Well, you made it an art form scoring with your head. Half of your goals for the national team were with the head. Yeah. Was it an asset you really worked on? I said, okay, I could do this. Let me keep working on it.
Yes, it was an asset that I realized very, very young. very early, even from primary school, secondary school. I realized that, and whenever we are playing, any ball that comes, I will go up and head it. And so from that time, I realized that, I had that asset, that advantage and all that. Then I now worked on it. I worked on it and the jumping, if I have to limp, the trainings and all that. Then working on the twisting of the head, because most times it's not straight,
forward, not straightforward. Yes.
Straightforward. You have to turn your head and all that. So I worked on it, and I trained it, and even the coaches helped in training it. When they saw that, most of the coaches, when they saw that I had assets, they play to my strength.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What will you say in the time you played and what you see now currently with Super Eagles? What made your generation that special compared to, let's say, players who've played after your set retired?
Well, I think, there wasn't much, special, yeah, maybe because of, the feat that we had and what we did and all that. And I just believe, it's, hard work, and we had, a set of players that are hungry and, that wants to make name, that wants to, put the name of Nigeria in the eyes, and our own names too, personal names and all that. We wanted to go higher and play for big clubs and all that. So it was, couple of things that that's added together for us to be able to. And I think, if one wants to do something and you want to, it's and God just blessed us with it.
Yeah. Now, these things you've mentioned, now, do you see it sometimes in the national team currently, the current crop of players we have in the national team?
Well, I actually I had that. There was some period in which I thought, that now this is the time that the national team is going to break through, and they are going to explode the players and all that. But sometimes when I see it, it wasn't the way that we actually wanted it to be, and it's just unfortunate. I couldn't be. To say the real fact, we have fantastic players.
Okay.
Good players that play in good clubs, and they are doing well in their clubs, and I don't know why it has not been replicated into the national team as well. But definitely we have fantastic players.
Does it break your heart sometimes, considering the state of our league, where we no longer produce players who leave the league and maybe play for decent clubs? They tend to go to, let's say, obscure leagues, obscure clubs and all that.
Yeah, it breaks my heart. And I won't lie to you, our league is nowhere to be found at the moment. I will not lie. And if anybody say that maybe I'm saying something, that's my own view.
Yes.
Everybody has their own view. Our clubs, before, we used to do well in the CAF competitions, and the clubs, the fans, come to the stadium. I could remember when I was in Shooting Stars, we were in second division, and the stadium, either Liberty Stadium or Adamasingba, filled to the capacity. But nowadays, we don't see our clubs like that, and things are not working. Officiating is bad, and welfare for the players are very bad, and no contract for players, and players that have contract, you know, a whole lot of things. I mean, we are not professional enough, I mean, with our clubs. Yeah, I can say of, I mean, some clubs that, I mean, are trying to do their best, like Rangers now, like Rivers and all that, but we still need a whole lot of things, I mean, to add into the league. The league is not on TV.
Yeah.
I mean, when we had, I mean, 4 years ago and all that, so what went wrong and why are we still, I mean, the league is still like this? And some clubs, I mean, don't pay players, I mean, regularly, and we think, I mean, everything is normal. It can't be normal. I mean, we can't become, we can't compete with, I mean, other clubs. Though, I mean, even in Africa, not to talk of, I mean, in Europe. And I mean, we can't say that, I mean, our league is the best in Africa. It's far from it. So we just have to tell ourselves, I mean, the truth. And I mean, we need to change things and, I mean, make the league attractive. And I mean, for sponsors and for, that's, I mean, just what I see.
Following your retirement, following your retirement, you were the team manager for Shooting Stars.
Not team manager, general manager.
General manager, sorry. But your 4 years tenure, you came out with a statement saying you left a sad man. What will you discuss? Just explain to us how difficult it is to run an NPFL club during your time.
How difficult? Yeah, it shouldn't be difficult, but we ourselves, I mean, we make things, I mean, very difficult for us. We know what should be done. We know the people that could do it, that have passion for it, but for some reasons, I mean, we just put people that doesn't know how to and all that. I had, I mean, very good plans for Shooting Stars then, and my vision, and I was working towards, I mean, like, I mean, how do I put it? Systematically, and I mean, I have, I mean, like 1 year, 2 years plan, 3 years, and I mean, where we want to be in 4 years and all that, and all those things, I mean, were not supported to make it, I mean, yeah, we had, I mean, plan. Shooting Stars was in the second division then, and that first year with the plan and everything, and that was the first objective, getting into the Premier League, consolidate in the Premier League, and afterwards challenge. I mean, try and so our first year we got the promotion and we got to the quarterfinal. It was Ibadan that time, defeated us penalty shootout in New York.
Yeah. And
there was, I mean, plan, and I mean, the governor was, I mean, excited. I was, I mean, late Governor Akala then, and the following year, all the plans was, I mean, truncated by one reason or the other, by some people that didn't want things to work. And I still continued, and change of government, different things and all that, with different ideas and all that. And when I couldn't take it anymore, after 4 years, I had to resign from Shooting Stars. So I resigned myself. I mean, I was not, I mean, sacked or anything.
Okay. You are a Liga ambassador, and you were there when we signed a partnership deal with La Liga in 2016 for grassroots development and our league development. Looking back now, during that time till this moment, would you say this contract, or should I say the plan or the whole idea of this contract has been achieved, even if it's half?
Well, some achieved, and where we are supposed to be, we are not, I mean, there. I'm talking about the league and all that. We make things, I mean, very difficult for ourselves in this country, in which I just don't know, I don't understand and all that. There are so many things that could be done that we should have done, and for one reason or the other, we just left things undone. And well, La Liga is there doing its own things, and the idea was, even when the La Liga president came during the inauguration, and he said that he didn't come here to come and teach anybody anything, but to go hand in hand and grow together. We know where La Liga is today. Where is NPFL? And I believe this could have been a way of taking our league into highest level.
Yes.
But what did we do? Where are we? I don't want to be talking too much and not putting them in blame on them. Yeah. But I think should things could be done differently, and where La Liga is today. La Liga is improving every day. Every day. We have La Liga TV now. Yeah. We produce our matches ourselves. La Liga produces matches ourselves and all that. So what happened? Why can we not replicate when we have partnership with La Liga? It's not a matter of dropping money or giving and all that. It's a matter of policies and using that policy. Those policies in a way to get what could be done. I'm very sure that if things are done very well, NPFL could have grown more than what we have done. I'm not trying to criticize or apportion blames to anybody and all that. But that's just my own feelings.
I know this question I'm about to ask you sounds like a broken record, but what do you think is the solution to all of this we find ourselves currently in Nigerian football?
The solution to all of this, is simple. If things are going to be done right, sit down with the right people with the right vision and plan. And firstly, the league has to get back into to TV. Okay. The league must be on TV. What would be the gain of sponsors if they are not
on
TV? Well, some people might be thinking that maybe I'm talking rubbish, but it's just my own view, it's my own opinion. Some people might have a different opinion. And let's just see how it's going.
Okay. And now, to let's go back to your career. What will you say were your top 3 goals in your career, if you can remember?
Wow. There are many goals, which I've scored, in which, I still cherish up to today. First, the goal against Spain. The equalizer that I scored against Spain in the 1998 World Cup. And then it will take me back to 1992 Nations Cup against Ghana. Then I will go to 1994 against
Madagascar?
No, Gabon. Yes,
sorry.
Against Gabon.
Yeah.
The goal I scored, it was a pass from Olise, and I was supposed to give him. It was supposed to be 2 to be 2 to beat 1, and he gave me the pass. I just fainted as if I wanted to give him back. I knew the defenders were going to go, so I just turned and then from outside of the 18, bent it to, inside the goal, ran the goalkeeper inside the goal, and it was, I felt great and happy about, the goal. And there are some other ones, in the under 20, the one against Kesikela, the 2-1, the second goal I scored against Kesikela in 1989. And it was a goal that I will never forget.
Okay. Now, do you have any regrets being a footballer?
Regrets?
Yeah.
No, nothing like regrets. Regrets? No. I feel great, feel happy, and feel fulfilled, and I feel happy that I chose to play football, and I played it to the level that I wanted, playing in the World Cup, playing professional football, and going to World Cup, not once, not twice, 3 times. Then winning the AFCON, playing 3 AFCONs for Nigeria, and even the under 20, and one of the cups, the one winning the cup too, the one in Tunisia. So I think I feel I'm privileged, and I thank God for everything, for what I have done, and I feel fulfilled and happy. No regret at all. No regret at all being a footballer.
Okay. Tell us one fact that many people don't know about Mutia Adepoju.
One fact?
Yes, one fact that many people are not aware of.
Whoa. That people are not aware?
Yes, that many people are not aware of.
Well, probably that I'm an easygoing person. I don't like trouble. And I don't get myself into trouble. Where there is trouble, I always go the other way.
All right. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Will you take that one as...
No, can take that. Can take that.
Well, I don't think I have anything hidden or anything that people didn't know. I'm always open and just like this.
All right. What's Mutia Adepoju doing these days if he's not on La Liga, has been on La Liga duty or any other thing?
Well, I do my own stuff, and I consult with academies, with schools that need my services and all that. So, and I do my own personal thing.
All right. It's a pleasure, sir.
The pleasure is mine.
Thanks.
Thanks.